Harness the power. Dino-Riders. The evil Rulon shackled the Deinonychus.
Brainbox on attack! They're sitting!
Alright, so I thought I'd show off my little Rulon Deinonychus Dino-Riders toy. Back from the 80s. I guess it was a toy line first, but they also made some like short cartoons for it. I always thought it was a cartoon first growing up as a little kid, but apparently not. That's okay. So we got our evil Rulon here. I can't remember his name right now. We also have the Deinonychus itself. So Deinonychus is pretty much what we would call a raptor commonly, but the raptors from Jurassic Park are actually more like Deinonychuses than raptors, because Deinonychuses are quite a bit bigger. He's got a nice little running action. Meow, meow. Really nice eyes. Well, hey there, how's it going? Yep, pretty cool, pretty cool. Stands up really well, which is always a plus. You got one of the little Rulon's guns. You kind of clip it onto his arm. Got the awesome brain box helmet. Really cool. It's amazing to think that this little thin piece of plastic has survived for so long. So many years, almost as old as I am. Alright, and then here we have it, the little chair where the guy sits. And these guns do come off. I don't really like popping them on and off though, because I'm always worried I'm going to break it because it's such old plastic. And then you got this little tiny thing here, which is like so thin, and you kind of need it to get the people to stay in the seat, but I'm really scared of breaking it, so try not to touch it too much. Although my wife did drop it the other day and it worked out fine, so there you go. Yeah, so you can pull the turrets and everything. Oh, and then the only part, well, I might be missing some weapons, but the only real main part I'm missing is the actual toy came with like a rubber band that was purple, and it was kind of like thicker in some areas, because you need the rubber band to get the chair to stay on to there for this guy right there. So I'm going to put some pieces on. I'm going to try and find a good angle so you can see it, and yep, enjoy. Alright, so first thing, you can't have a dinosaur obey your command if you're one of these bad guys, the Rulons, unless they're wearing their brain box. Whoop. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and slip that into his mouth, right there, and then it kind of clips onto his head, and you can kind of push it back a little bit. It fits him pretty snugly. You see on the back it's got these plastic things, they kind of open up a little bit so you don't want to push down too hard. But that's just a really cool looking helmet. Really good. Alright, now we can load up this guy into his little chair here. Now this is a little bit trickier for sure. It's not super easy to put him in there. I kind of like pre-bend his knees a little bit. Kind of get him into a sitting position. And you gotta look at, can you see how much that's bending already? And I'm like barely putting any pressure on it. Oh god, don't break, don't break. There we go. Yeah, so once you get him in there, you're probably not going to move him too much. Although honestly, why would you? Because kind of the whole point is to have him in here. I don't think there's all that much fun stuff you can do with just a toy. Alright, so now we got our guy right in here. So he's going to ride on the back here. Oh, another part I don't have is, it came with like a trap for it so you can grab the Deinonychus. I do want to get it sometime, but I'm not too worried about it now because I have pretty much the main thing. Alright, so there you go. So he just kind of rests there. And then, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this for the camera, but you got to put this rubber band on, which is actually way more of a pain than you'd think it would be. Alright, so what do we do here? Gotta slip it. So I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. So I'm going to put that on first. And go ahead and hold them in place gently. See this, when I was little I probably would have broken this trying to put it together. I don't know that the rubber band it came with is a special, other than maybe it would fit a little bit more naturally. And there you go. So once he's on there, he's pretty solid. You can see his feet kind of go right into these little divots right here, so it fits really nicely. Oops, although he's a little crooked, so you're going to have to adjust him a little bit. And he's got his rubber band on. So I would like to get the real one also just because it's purple. Or I could just find a purple rubber band somewhere. Oops. Oh god. Here we go. Now we're ready to run. Chase after stuff. Shoot down enemies. Alright, and then the last thing is we'll arm our little guy here. What's kind of annoying is that he doesn't really hold the gun in his hand. It just kind of clips around his arm. So it looks a little weird. But, you know, what are you going to do? Alright, and there he is, all put together. So, all in all, no! All in all, I think it's a really, really cool looking toy. Of all the Dino-Riders, oops, wait, which is the front of this gun? Uh-oh, it's kind of dangerous if you don't know which is the front and the back of your gun. There we go. Alright, so now we're ready to go hunt down the good guys. Yeah, a really cool toy. I mean, like I was saying, of all the Dino-Riders toys, I think this is my favorite. I always wanted it when I was little, so it's cool to have. My brother got the T-Rex when we were younger, and that was really cool. And we probably had a few other ones, but I don't remember having the Deinonychus. Maybe I did. But, you know, it's fun to look at. It looks cool on the shelf. So, I mean, well designed for sure. The colors on everything are still well painted. It's a little dusty, so I could use a little cleaning. But overall, I'd say pretty good. Now I'm just going to kind of zoom in and get some close-ups so that you can check it out yourself. Dun, dun, dun. Ah. Imagine Dino-Riders movie, opening scene. Ah. Dun, 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 dun. Really cool. I love it. I had to buy the parts separately on eBay for the most part. I actually managed to get this whole chair as one piece, and then I got the helmet separate and the dinosaur separate. The dinosaur is the easiest to find, tends to be the cheapest. The little guy, the Rulon guy, isn't too hard to find. The chair can be hard to find altogether, but you can find the gun pieces easily. But yeah, the helmet, for being such a small piece, is pretty expensive, which isn't too surprising because it's a tiny piece of plastic that survived the 80s up until 2016, so it's pretty impressive. And now it'll stay with me. We'll have some fun with it. Harness the power. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed. If you like Dino-Riders, then this is definitely a good figure to get. Altogether, for the pieces, I probably spent around $50 or maybe $60 if you include shipping. But yeah, it's worth it. I mean, I bought it over time. Just nice to have some good shelf swag like this. I like it a lot. And there you go.
Dino-Riders.
Thanks for watching.